Good evening, class. So I want to go ahead and finish up the video tutorials or the lectures. Okay, so this one is going to be the financial assumptions. In every business, there are always things that are assumed to be facts, okay, and they're called assumptions. For instance, custodial services would be an assumption, a financial assumption, because it's an expense. Loans, of course, would be assumptions. And in this particular worksheet, I'm going to show you that financial assumptions are actually deterrent to a business, okay? They are actually loans. So you want to get rid of your loans as soon as possible when you have a business. So you want to lower your loans every year if you can. So this chart is going to show loans that are being minimized because they're getting paid off, okay, year by year by year. And what I want to do in this particular worksheet is to maybe decrease them by 15%, okay, per item. So let's go ahead and create the worksheet. First, I want to widen the columns, these columns right here. And I'm going to name this ABC Company Financial Assumptions. And then here we'll go, the items here will say, we're going to do, let's say, 2012. We're going to do 4 years on this one. And here we're going to put 15%, okay, 15%. And so we're going to copy this right there. And we're going to put a total here too. So let's just say on the first assumption we have credit cards. And let's say every month we pay, well, every year it ends up being like $20,000 for the credit card. Well, no, that's too much. Let's say 18. Oh, let's say 18,000. 18. Okay. And then let's say personal loans. And we're paying, let's say, about 9,000 a year on those. What else? Custodial services. You can't get rid of custodial services, especially if you have a physical location. Okay? Let's say that totals to about 6,500 a year. And let's put one more item there. See, credit cards, custodial services. Let's see, miscellaneous. Let's do miscellaneous. Okay. And let's say the miscellaneous totals to, hold on, let's say 7,500. Okay. And now we're going to put a total there. Okay. So now our formula here is going to be the opposite of our formulas for the sales forecast and for the competitors forecast. Remember, in those two worksheets, what we did was we actually added year by year. Here we want to minimize the amounts year by year by 15%. By 15%. Okay? All right. That way you'll be free of loans and free of credit. You'll be completely credit free for your business. Okay. So our formula then would be to multiply this times this, and then we'll subtract the product from this. That will be the formula. So equals, let's put equals in there, equals, we're going to say this okay, minus, we're going to, okay, minus, and we're going to multiply this figure times this figure. And again, we'll have to do an F4, okay? Because it has that cell, E1, has to be an absolute cell. So then we add the dollar signs. We do an F4, okay? And then we're going to close the parentheses in there. And so look at that. So it went down it went down to 15,000. Now, we're going to copy this formula to here. Oh, by the way, that's wrong. Let me just change this. Okay. This is supposed to be series. There you go. So now I want to copy these formulas all the way down to here. Okay? So look now. So what we did here is, see, we got this figure and we subtracted it. We subtracted this times this. Okay, and then we get 15,300. And we copy that formula to here for 2014 and then there for 2015. So if you did this in like 10 years, you'd probably be debt-free. You probably have a zero balance. Okay, right. So now we have this, and we have all of our values here. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and format all of these in currency. Okay. So now here we're going to do a sum to see what our totals are. Okay. And of course, there you go. It wants to add 2012, and we don't want to add 2012 because 2012 is a year. So we're going to change that to 3 and then enter. Okay. So the first year you're paying 41,000 for all your assumptions, your financial assumptions. And then look at that. So 4 years later, it went down to almost 20,000. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So now here we're going to get our sum as well and do this. Okay. And then we'll enter that. And we're going to copy this. We're going to go down to here. Okay, now it's time to format. So I'm gonna change the size to a 14, and then I'm going to colorize the font, embolden it, and colorize the inside of it. And then my column titles, I'm going to not merge and center, but this is what I want to do. I want to center align it and make the font larger to 12. And then colorize the inside of it too. Let's see, let's use this color here. And we're going to make it bold. And this one we're going to do outside borders on. Okay? Outside borders. Like so. And we can colorize it. Let's see what color. How about a green? And there you go. So now we need to create a chart for this financial assumptions. Well, so just like we did with the sales forecast, we're going to take the word items out because we need one chart for it. So selecting the data series, we're going to go all the way to 2015 and down to miscellaneous. Remember, I said, do not add the totals in creating a chart. Okay, so then we're going to go to where? Insert. And we're going to go to chart, and we're going to use, again, another column chart. There you go. And we're going to change the chart title to assumptions. And enter. And then we'll bring it down here. And then we're going to format it and add some coloration. And I always like to go to fill, but you can explore this, okay? You can always explore this, so that's probably what you should do when you're playing with it. Okay, do that, and there it is. Okay, financial assumptions. Okay, now I wanted to add something to the. Let me just move this down here. I want to do the 3 descriptive statistics formulas, and they're called average, minimum, and maximum. Okay. Now, the average, minimum, maximum are called descriptive statistics. Okay. The formula is very easy. And when you start actually typing the word average, it's going to give you a hint how to do it. But it's really, really fairly very easy. And for the average, I'll probably ask you to give me the average of the total of this line right here, from here to 2015. Okay? I want to know the average, and I want to know the minimum, and I want to know the maximum. And they all have different formulas, but the formulas are very easy. So in order to do that, you can actually go to formulas and do that, but I do it this way because it's so easy. You know, you just actually write out the word average, and then open parentheses. And then what I usually do is I use my mouse to paint across to get my data, and then I close it out with the parentheses, and there's my formula. So the average of the total, okay, would be 32,000. Okay? And then the next one is minimum. The formula for minimum is equals min, M-I-N, M-I-N, okay? And then open, oh, wait a minute. What happened there? Equals M-I-N, open parentheses, and I'm going to paint the same exact range right there. Close parentheses, okay? And that's your minimum. So the minimum is the smallest number in the series, and that would be 25,179. Okay, the next formula would be equals max. And then open parentheses, equals max. Open parentheses, and then I'm going to paint across the same range, close parentheses, enter. And there it is. Okay, these are brand new set formulas that I'm giving you right now. Okay, there it is. So we're done with that, and then you can name your sheet right here and name it F-I-N-A-N, finance. And then you know that that's your financial assumption. So we're done with this right now, so let me go ahead and end the video. And I'm going to upload it to YouTube.